What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. So thanks for joining me. In the title, as you can see, I'm going to be mainly talking to salon owners. And so for this, just to let you know a little bit briefly about me, I own the storefront salon and 2 salon suites at the same time. Storefront is brick and mortar. You can see my salon right here. And I had 2 salon suites too at the same time. So 3 locations. And my salon was predominantly commission salon, commission structured. I did have some booth rental stylists here and there. So I've been in the hair industry over 30 years, and I own my salons, I own my businesses since 2006. So anyway, I'm gonna just try to help you guys out, give you some brief information, just tell you what I feel in my heart may help you, especially if you're a commission salon owner. I'm gonna talk about 3 key points. 1 is hiring stylists, 2 is hiring assistants, 3 is making them earn it. So if you want to hear about this, please stay tuned. That's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So hiring stylists, commission especially. For commission hairstylists, as a salon owner, you're not going to earn any kind of revenue if they are not trained, if they are not skilled, if they are possibly a starter stylist, or if they don't really have a good skill set and good speed, good time management. Because anytime you have any type of business, you're in business to earn revenue. You cannot remain in business if you're not earning revenue, because you got overhead to pay. It's a whole lot of things that you have to pay as a business, any type of business owner. It's a lot that you have to pay. So if you're bringing in people who do not have the skill set, then you're not going to earn a lot of revenue, and you're probably going to get a lot of complaints from clients, and you probably won't have a high retention rate. So if you're commissioned, to me, if you're willing to offer a stylist, a barber, a braider, if you're willing to offer them a commission structure, which means that they don't have to pay you a weekly booth rental, then to me, as a previous owner, I'm a retired stylist now and retired salon owner now. If you're willing to open up your business and to allow people to come in on commission, number 1, that's going to help them out greatly. That's going to help them out. It may not help you out as the owner. Again, it depends on what skill set they have, but it will definitely be helping them out, because they won't have to pay a weekly booth rental to work in someone's salon. And there's not a lot of salons that may be out here that offer commission, in my opinion, in the minority salons. So minority owned salons. So you're doing them a benefit by allowing them to come in, because you don't know how successful they're going to be. You don't know what their retention rate. So it's really a risk. So you as a salon owner, you have to think of it like that. You're really taking a risk, so you don't know if you're going to profit from this or not. So you want to definitely have criteria. You want to definitely have boundaries. You want to definitely have structure. If you just hire people and bring them in all willy-nilly, and you don't have no type of structure or no requirements or nothing like that, then woe be unto you, or good luck to you. You must have, because you're bringing them in, it's benefiting them. You don't know if it's going to benefit you or not. As I mentioned, you don't know if it's going to benefit you or not. You're bringing them in, it's helping them. And to be clear and transparent, a lot of times when people try to work in a commission salon, it's kind of an unspoken thing, but in their mind, they feeling like you, the owner, are gonna be giving them clients. It's something that's unspoken, it's something that's unsaid, but it's something that's in the back of their mind, that they feel like if you are a commission salon owner, you're literally trying to bring them in to service clients that you're going to give to them. So now just know that in the back of their mind, that's what they're thinking. They may not communicate that to you, but that's what they're thinking, that's what they're believing, that's what they're hoping, and that's what they're going to be looking for to happen. Now, if you are very passive aggressive, if you're very passive and you don't even know your business structure, and you don't even know how you want your business to be ran, you don't even know your business vision, you don't even know why or what you're trying to accomplish or obtain, commission stylist, if you as the owner don't know that, then you're not going to be clear with communicating to them what your expectations are.
Thank you.
And if you're not willing to communicate to them what your expectations are, in my opinion, you're wasting time, because they're going to see that. They're going to see how your behavior is, that you're very passive as a salon owner, as a business owner, and they're going to see that you're really not structured. Now, in your mind, you can feel like you're structured. In your mind, you can feel like you got it all together. But in their mind, they're going to feel like, okay, this is a person I can take advantage of. This is a person who don't seem to really know what their structure. You can try to be nice all day. You can be a nice person all day long. Continue to be this nice person. But you got to be able to separate the personal from the business side of it. And you're in business to earn revenue. You're in business to make a profit. You're not in business for people to take advantage of you, for you not to be able to communicate what your business is, what your structure is. If you see that you have a hard time doing that, then you may want to get you a mentor or get you somebody who can help you conduct, your interviews. And it's nothing wrong with needing help or being able to admit, what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Like, we as human beings, we should be able to do that, period, point blank. So with all of that in mind, you don't want to hire subpar, meaning that they are not, skilled enough to where they can retain clients. Because if they're not good with time management, like if they're too slow, or they don't know if they got 2 clients or 3 clients at the same time, they don't know who to shampoo first, who to blow dry. They don't know how to keep them moving, so they're moving and then they're out, they paying and they out the door. So if you're, as the owner, if you're willing to train them, then that's one thing. If you're willing to train them and let them work their way up to that level. But, if you're not willing to see, because you got to understand as an owner that it's a privilege and an honor for anyone to be able to work in a commission salon, because that means they don't have to pay a weekly booth rent. And they don't, usually it's going to be people who left the industry and came back, or people that don't have a big clientele, or starter stylists. And I'm not trying to bash anybody who's in any of those positions. I'm just talking right now to the owners, and I'm trying to help owners realize that, you got to be cognizant and aware of that. You can't be blind to the facts. You got to be real and honest with yourself, because you're going to spin your wheels. And then your wheels are going to spin out, and then you're going to see, my God, hindsight going to be 20/20, because you blind to the facts and you don't want to listen to someone who's trying to give you advice. That's number one. So, and then don't seem desperate. Like, don't seem desperate that you got to hire all of these stylists. You can have a salon and not have a salon full of hairstylists, But it is good if you have a storefront and you're paying a large overhead to hire. But when you do hire, you want to hire the right people. That's number one. So number 2, you guys, hiring assistants. If you are a commission structured salon owner, or if you have a storefront salon, period, whether it's booth rental storefront or whether it's commission storefront or whatever type of structure you have, you don't always have to hire stylists. Sometimes you can hire assistants. Because one thing about hiring assistants, you can pay them less. That means that you as the owner are earning more revenue, because now you're able to service, instead of 10 clients a day, you're able to service 20 clients a day because you have an assistant. So the assistant, you're not paying them as much as you would be paying a commission hairstylist. Paying a commission hairstylist, you're going to be paying them 40 to 60% off of every service that they perform. And so you're keeping 40% or 50%. You're not keeping the 100% is what I'm saying. So if you hire assistants, people that can help you, they can shampoo, they can blow dry. Only time they get in your chair is when they about to be styled out. They can be, even if they get a press, a silk press, you can let them press through it, one time, and then you go back behind them and you finish it up. You press it again till it's straight. You make it do what it do. And that is also a good way of keeping more of the revenue in your pocket. Don't feel like you always have to continue to hire more and more stylists, more and more commission stylists. If they're booth rental and they're paying you a weekly rental and they have their own clientele, and they just want to rent a chair or room in your place of business, okay, go for that. Go ahead and do that, because that's going to be for sure income that you're going to have coming in. But if I'm talking mainly about commission stylists, you know, don't keep hiring so many commission stylists to where you're giving all this revenue away, and to where your commission stylists are earning more money than you as the owner. And so because they're not paying any overhead at all, 9 times out of 10, they may not be paying for the products. And I'm going to do a whole nother video about that, about how to divvy it up, how to split it up, whether you should have your commission stylist pay for products, I'm going to do another video on that one. But right now, you know, in my opinion, I think if you're a commission salon owner and you have about 2, possibly 3 commission stylists, I probably get 2 commission stylists and 1 commission braider. But, you know, again, I'm going to go more into detail with that. I'm keeping this to 3 key points here. I can expound on it on another video. But if you're an owner of a commission salon, hire more assistants. Like, you can get you 2 assistants, and then you can have them earn their way up. Once you have if you have 1 assistant and that assistant has been there for 6 months, then what I would do is allow that assistant to start branching off into maybe servicing his or her own clients maybe 1 or 2 days out of the week. Maybe they're assisting you 3 days, and then they're servicing their own clients 2 days. Now with their own clients, with servicing clients, they got to bring in their own clients. That's what's making them earn it. You got to make them work their way up. They're working their way up. They're building their trust. They're building up their time management. They're building up their clientele. They're building up their database, book of business. You have to have it to where they're earning their keep as well. You as the owner is not doing everything for them. They're earning their keep as well. Because if you as the owner are doing everything for them, then, you know, that's not going to be a seed that God is going to require for them to sow in the ground for themselves. If you're doing everything for them, then they can't advance at all, because you're not allowing them to sow any type of seed for themselves, which is a requirement of God. Whether people believe it or not, you have to do for yourself to reap a harvest. You got to put something in the ground to get some type of harvest. So if you are a commission salon owner and you're not making them do anything to earn their keep, you giving them all the clients, you promoting for them, and you doing everything for them, but you're not making them or requiring them to do anything for themselves, woe be unto you, because that's going to be bad. That's going to backfire on you. And if you can't sit down and be honest with yourself and know that, then you will find out. But don't be desperate and feel like you got to hire up a whole bunch of commission stylists. You do not have to do that. You can get about 2 commission stylists and get 1 commission braider, and then make them branch off and make them convert over to booth rental at some point. And I'll talk about that in another video. But make them earn it. You know, get you another assistant. If you have 1 assistant as the owner, get you another assistant. If you have 1 assistant as the owner, you know, get 2. Once the 1 has been there about 6 months, you can sit down and talk to him or her if they've been doing a great job, if they're on time, if they're reliable, if they're punctual, if you're getting great feedback from your customers. You need to ask your clients, you know, how was the shampoo that Susan gave, or how was, you know, you need to get feedback, and then you need to jot it down. You need to keep track of, you know, how your clients are saying, you know, what kind of job they're doing, because that's going to affect your money if they're not doing a good job. So you want to do that. And then in the 6 months, if you feel like they've done a great job, then you want to sit down with him or her, and you want to ask them, you know, like, where do you see yourself here in the next 6 months or the next year? You know, are you trying to stay here? Like, what are you trying to do? Get some feedback from them and let them tell you what they're trying to do at your place of business. You know, like, are they trying to remain there? Are they trying to keep working there? Get some feedback from them, and then you will know. And then if they're giving you great feedback that they want to remain there, then if they're doing a great job, if everything checks out good with them and their work ethic, then you can offer them, you know, to promote up, or to start, you know, promoting up by still assisting you on set days, but then you will offer them the opportunity to take 1 or 2 days to where they're servicing their own clients, but they must market for themselves. They must bring those clients in for themselves, and then you will keep a percentage, just like they're doing now when you're giving them clients a service. Your stylists, you know, they're keeping a percentage and you're keeping a percentage, the same thing. So that's how you work your way up. So once y'all have that conversation, then you can plan to hire another assistant. Then you'll have 2 assistants. You can take more clients, and then you as the owner can keep more revenue, and then they can work their way up. And the third point is make them earn it. If you don't make them earn it, it's going to be very easy for people to walk away from your place of business. It's going to be very easy for people to walk away from your salon if you don't make them earn it. So what I mean by making them earn it is, you know, you got to make them add to it as well. You got to make them work for it too, meaning that they have to market themselves. They got to go out marketing, passing out flyers, you know, making TikTok videos, making Instagram lives, making, you know, whatever, however you want to say it or however you want to term it. That's what they need to be doing. They need to be sowing a seed into their own career at your place of business. They need to be earning their keep, because if you as the owner do everything, especially in a commission structured salon, if you're doing everything, you're doing the most, then what is going to motivate them to do anything? You're not doing anything as the owner to motivate them to market for themselves. You don't have any of that as a requirement. And so take it from me, you know, you must tell them that from the jump, because it takes 21 days to form a habit. So if you hired somebody and you didn't give them structure, if you didn't tell them what the requirements are, if you didn't tell them what your expectations are, and in my opinion, when you have commission stylists, like I said, it's a benefit. It's a blessing. It's a great opportunity for them to not have to pay a booth rental. And again, in the back of their mind, they're going to be expecting you as the owner to give them clients. So knowing that off the jump, you know, it is easy to hire commission stylists, because a lot of salons don't offer that, because they know it's such a big risk. And so they know that if the stylists leave and the clients go with them, they know that that's a big chance for them to lose a lot of revenue. And they know that if one of them do it and does it successfully, you know, 9 times out of 10, the other ones may do it as well. And then you as the owner of a commission salon, you're sitting there with no way to earn revenue and having to start all back over again. So it's a very risky situation. So you want to be wise, and it's fine if you're not doing that now. But once you try to walk it back, and they've been there a long time, and you start telling them, okay, now I'm expecting this from you. You have to communicate all this stuff up front, because if you don't, they're going to want to leave. They're going to be nervous. They're not going to want to hear what you got to say, especially if they've been there a long time. So if your stylists have not been there over a year, well, you need to have a meeting, and you need to tell them, okay, my expectations is this, that, and the third. I'm expecting you to now start bringing clients in here, you know, for yourself. I'm expecting you to do this. Now, if you have a passive personality and you don't want to communicate that to people, then you need to bring in somebody who can do that for you, or you need to have like a ghost manager who can come in and who can, you know, somebody you trust who is like the odd man out, who don't have nothing to lose in the situation, who is non-biased. They can come in and talk to your team and tell you what your expectations are. You know, I've even seen shows, what was that show, Tabitha Takeover or whatever the name of it was, where she would come in and she would talk to the team. So if you know that you have this personality that's kind of passive, and you have a hard time communicating stuff like that, you know, then you need to bring in somebody who can do it for you. But it's business, you know. If you keep in your head that this is a business that God has given me the opportunity to have, if you don't run it like a business, at some point, people are going to leave. You know, people are going to, you know, self-preservation is everything. So people are going to have self-preservation. They're going to ask their clients what they want to do. and their client's gonna say, oh, girl, I want you to keep doing my hair, that's gonna be that. Then you as the salon owner, you're gonna be sitting there trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? You know, even though it's illegal for that to happen, people can do that, and sometimes people will. So as a owner, you have to be the one to set the boundaries. You have to be the one that set the standards. You have to be that set what, you know, the boundaries and what your expectations are and what your team has to do. You have to be the one. That's why you're an owner, because you got to think. And at the end of the day, it takes years and a lot of prayers, a lot of tears, a lot of, it takes a lot of stress, a lot of everything to build any kind of business to where you got so many clients coming into your place of business. It takes years to do that. And for somebody to take that away from you, it can happen. So I'm trying to give you the wisdom. I'm trying to give you the advice. I'm trying to give you the truth. And so come up out your head, come up out your heart, run it as a business. If you run it as a business, you should be fine. You know, if you have people sit down and talk to you about anything, make sure you have it documented in some type of agreement, because somebody can tell you that they never told you that, or that you never told them that. You know, that's common sense stuff that you should know as a business owner. And a lot of stuff go on in the hair industry, so you want to make sure you dot your I's and you cross your T's. Anyway, that's this video for today. I hope that it helps somebody. I hope you'll share it with anyone that you know. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. And you guys, I don't need that many subscribers. I'm almost at my 1K subscriber. So if you're listening to this and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It's free to subscribe. You can click that QR code to subscribe, or you can look down in my description box and I have the link for my channel. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video with more information for salon owners. Thank you so much. Be blessed.